What's going on, guys? It is Rarran. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a play-by-play analysis of one of the games that I had versus a very good player named Billy Grass in a tournament. I uploaded this video on my YouTube channel, the other day, and I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to see, what exactly I did in order to get the win and how the game kind of changes and little things that you should probably realize as you're playing Mario Tennis. This is probably going to be a very informative video, so if you're looking for something that's very entertaining in a sense of like funniness, this is probably not going to be it. This is going to be a very in-depth video on how I came back and won. So to begin, this is a Diddy versus Diddy matchup. My face looks really stupid there just to start off, but this is a Diddy versus Diddy matchup, and Diddy versus Diddy is kind of like Waluigi versus Waluigi. Because Diddy doesn't have great finishers, he is stuck to kind of just hoping that the opponent makes a mistake, and when you get two players who kind of know what they're doing, it can be a very, very hard game to win. And you'll kind of see what happens at the beginning. I kind of take a huge deficit at the beginning because I just constantly make mistakes, but I pick it back up and we'll go from there, okay? I'll put this very low. So Diddy slices like his best shot, so you kind of go with that. Very, very simple. So you can kind of see like what I mean. Like Diddy, it's very hard to score on an opposing Diddy. And right there, okay, so right there, he caught me out of position. It's very important when you're playing a game that you realize your opponent has to use meter in order to get a ball. And every chance you get to force them to use meter, you should take it. You could go for the mind game and maybe say like, if he hit the ball back over here, I wouldn't have used the meter. But I would have trick shotted to the other side and I would have like lost the point. But he forced me in a very awkward position if I had to trick shot, and it was well played by him, and it made me lose meter. Obviously, I lost like half my mark. Video, slicing very easily. So we're both kind of like, trying to do the same thing here. So I made a very poor mistake there. Rather than lobbing it over him just so he wouldn't, have the easy shot and I couldn't react to it, I kind of just passed it to him, and he just obviously got the easy flat. It's important to realize as well, like when your opponent's at the net, you want to lob it over them as fast as possible, or basically force them to not have the momentum anymore. If they constantly stay at the net and you're not doing anything about it, just walking back and forth and doing stuff, you're going to lose the point 100%, and probably a lot of meter at the same time. So basically you want to, get out of that situation as fast as possible. All right, so he got the first point. Let's skip this. All right. I can probably play this at a faster speed, right? Yeah. This is a little faster. So you guys don't have to see through the entire game. But so I keep making mistakes, right? Like he keeps forcing me to use meter, and at that point, I'm gonna be falling behind very bad in this match, very far in this matchup. But he just kind of did something stupid as well, and a lot of I do this a lot, is where you cancel a shot because you're so hesitant that the ball's gonna go somewhere else, but your guy's already going for it. So I kind of got the point here because it was just a silly mistake. It wasn't really anything major. It was just, unfortunately he hit the left trigger as he was going for the ball. Nothing that special. All right, constantly rallying back and forth. He's pretty simple. So he did a very good mix up there where I wasn't ready for it whatsoever. You can kind of see me like not ready. You can see my reaction too, right? Like I was not ready for that drop shot whatsoever. And that is another important lesson to learn, is that you want to mix up as much as possible. If your opponent is not ready for what you're going to send back, you will either A, get a lot of meter off of them, B, you'll get the point, and C, you will 100% mind game them. You'll get inside their head, and once you're inside someone's head, they start playing very, very off because they're worried about what you're going to do next rather than what they're going to do. And that was it's just a well played shot from him. Very, very smart, very smart. All right. Constant, just being a bad Diddy player, whatever. I tried to do the same thing, but he was aware of it. I just missed the trick shot there. That was completely my fault. I probably could have got it with Diddy's speed, but I made the mistake right there. Nothing too silly about that point though, unfortunately. I kind of missed my shot there. Wait, yeah. Very good trick shot from him. I missed my shot. I'm using a lot of meter. See, he keeps forcing me to use meter. That's a good thing. All right, yeah. So rather than going for the ball, like using more meter and like trick shot to the side, I just see if the trick shot can get it. At that situation right there, I think I would rather have the meter because he's already putting so much pressure on me that I needed to maintain it. In hindsight, maybe I probably should have gone for it because maybe I could have gotten the point later, but it didn't end up working out for me whatsoever. And you'll see what happens after this point. That was just my thought process there. There's nothing special here. Not just predicting. I'm already falling behind. See, he's in my head right now. See, he's forcing me to play like horribly. Good. You can see my frustration on my face right now. Plays nice. Especially here. Okay, so that's another huge thing right there. I'm gonna back it up for 1 second and play it at regular speed as well. Okay. So he hit the ball here, right? And it was such a big angle that it forced me, because I was not ready for it. I could have maybe trick shot that, but I don't know if I would have gotten it. So I decided to run for it. And because Diddy lunged so far, it gave me a very poor shot on his end. And I am in a horrible position at the moment. So he immediately realizes this and says, right, I'm going to drop shot it. Because he drop shot it, I am forced to use my special. Now, obviously, if he's at full and I'm at full, I'm probably not going to get the point unless he just messes up completely. And knowing this, I'm at a very, very rough spot at the moment. Very, very rough spot. But I have to use my special. So you'll see that how much meter I lose from this and how much he kind of gained. Nice. You finally moved your camera up, Blake. Nice. Good job. All right. So look how big my meter deficit is now. We were both at full like a second ago. But now I'm at this really, really low amount, and he's almost at full, right? You could kind of see how big of a deal that is, just because I was out of position. So positioning matters a lot, right? And knowing like where to go back and always resetting back to the middle of the court is huge. That's a huge tip to realize here. So, he trick shots because he has to get the ball, but he still has a huge meter. And then immediately after he does that, he immediately puts on the pressure again. I was not prepared for that slice. I thought he was going to do something else. And I immediately get punished for it. I had no meter anymore. That I went from full meter to no meter in about 5 seconds. That's how crucial it is to know how to play this game. So here we go. So I'm still getting meter back. The shot rally really helps a lot. Lob it over him because he constantly goes near the net. Very important. All right, especially here. Made him lunge. I lunged back, unfortunately, and I got the body shot. That point was kind of just whatever. I mean, there's not much I can really do about it, right? Kind of a very rough spot. Yeah, I wasn't even mad about that shot. I even say I'm playing like trash now because he's in my head. The score right now, I believe, is 5-1 for Billy. So, and then I got a point. So that point was kind of nothing that special. Maybe he just wasn't prepared for the drop shot, and he just kind of was stuttering with his controller. Nonetheless, it was probably a good mix-up on my part, because he probably was expecting a slice or a topspin. But nothing too special, There's 5-2 right now. You can clearly see what I'm going to start doing. So I'm going to start putting on the pressure back on him. I was being way too passive as a Diddy Kong, letting him do all the movement. Then I start to realize, like, oh, I need to actually do something. I constantly start drop shotting it. The net really helped me out there, actually, because I would have to run really far. Good, though. Slicing, countering the shot. Perfect. Up. Big special happening here. I'm waiting for, like, the spicy stuff to happen. Unfortunately, this game is very, very... not boring, but it's a very slow game, because Diddy doesn't have offensive options. So he, drop shotting, nothing major. We'll have a huge rally soon, that's the thing. God, it's so ridiculous watching two Diddy's play this game. I messed up pretty hard. So that's another important thing. The further back you are from the court, the harder your lobs are going to be. Like, the bigger the angle, the arc. So if you're really, really far back, using that arc is very important. Using that arc could be a huge deal. A lot of people don't expect that. Billy obviously is a very good player, so he knows what to do in that situation, but that's another important thing to use. And I went out of position once again. Okay, so now I'm in a horrible position, right? It's 6-2. If I lose the next point, I basically lose the match. I'm stressing, right? And you can see it in my face. Look at my face right now. I'm like, oh god, this is not good. But we pick it up. Obviously, this match isn't over because there's still like 7 minutes to go. But I don't think you guys want to watch 7 minutes of gameplay. I'll kind of just I'll go to like the next point or so. So now I kind of shake it. Now that he's not, I don't think he's in my head anymore. I kind of shake it off, and I start playing a lot better. Right? I kind of force him to do things. You know, he went for a zone shot there because I'm like just so used to not playing against that. I just kind of don't go for it anymore. Simple things. You see how nervous I got there? Nice, nice. Special here. Oh, I almost messed up really hard there, actually. Oh my god. Nice. So the single taps are a big deal. So that's probably another really big point to know when to single tap and when to double tap. If I double tapped right there, he would just would have stopped it. But the single tap mattered a lot because it forced him to, you know, move to the side, and then I had an opening, so it forces him to trick shot. And then see, I do it again and made him lunge. Kind of a big thing to know. Nice lob by his part. What I did right there is actually kind of another big deal too. A lot of people don't do this, and it's a huge deal. So if I trick shot a ball, it will never ever return a star shot on his side, right? So he lobbed it. If I would have went back and hit the button, he would have got a star shot for sure, because there's no way I'm going to charge that shot. So instead, I walk back to the same area on the court where the ball is going to be, and I just flick it to the side so that he doesn't get the trick shot, or the star shot. Kind of important mechanic. It doesn't take a lot of meter, and it can save you a lot of meter in the long run. He's from the drop shot. Or use meter there too, yeah. If I didn't get that, he probably would have won the game. Oh, that's close. The game was very, very fortunate. I should have probably lost it right there. That was unfortunate. See, single tap, big deal. See, I keep doing that thing because it makes them lose meter. I don't know what I'm doing here though. So I don't know what I'm doing here. This is why this is very interesting to me. He has basically full meter. I have full meter. And Diddy's a super fast character. So what am I thinking? Maybe I'm gonna break his racket. I don't know about that one. Not a good play. Not a good play from my end there. Not a good play. Nice, nice. Oh, big lunge. Okay, so he probably thought I was gonna trick shot. Going for the lob, drop shot it, nice. God, I am playing horribly right now. I'll just speed it up just so we can don't have to watch through all of this. Wait for something important. Goes for the Jones shot. Okay, so quite literally, like my logic here is that no matter where he's placed, he has no meter, and then he is forced to, probably burn all the meter to get this point. So I'm just gonna, shoot it. He doesn't even end up going for it because he realized like he would rather have the meter than actually try to save the point because he probably didn't think he could. So smart play from him. I just took advantage of the meter. A little too hyphy. Nice play. He just missed the lob. He went for the big lob too. Nice drop shot. Oh, you can see my face, man. The net there was very dumb. There's nothing he could have really done about it, and there's nothing I really did for it. It was just kind of the way the game went. It's kind of unfortunate for his part, but I mean, I'll take it, right? So again, this is kind of the interesting because I have a spin special currently, and he's at half meter, so I can have the advantage of forcing him to use all his meter to try to get this. I kind of went for the, he's over this corner, and I'm here, so most likely he would probably assume I'm hitting it there. Realistically, though, I went for the mind game, so he started running this way, but he has to run back. He realizes it fast. He still hits it, but I think it's more than enough. Maybe, I can't remember. No, he still gets it. Wow. Okay. Nice love. Oh, he's a very good player. Oh, nice trick shot. That was huge. Burn didn't realize when you can trick shot when you can't. That's another big thing. Nice trick shot from him. Would have got a meter, but he was already full. Nice mix-up for me. So that's something I haven't done the entire game, is just send a topspin in that direction, and he was not expecting that whatsoever, so he reacted poorly, and it caused a meter. Important. And I sent it back over this side. Nice single tap for me as well. Huge angle, forced him to use more meter. We're at the same meter. Constantly doing mix-ups. To force him to, burn meter because he's not expecting it. We're going for the drop shot. I think he's too used to that now. Oh, that was a really bad single tap from my end. I used the meter there because I didn't know what he was going to do in that situation, and I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I felt confident burning that meter because I was near full. All right, it's pretty simple. What is my logic here? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sending it into the corner. He already sees it coming. I just fire it. I think maybe I hit it by accident. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Nice drop shot. He's expecting the drop shot. I should have realized this sooner. Oh, that was close. I'm 100% sure. You can see the how serious I am in this moment. Very close game. That was probably supposed to be a lob. Nice drop shot. That was huge. Forced him to use some meter. Every time you make your opponent use some meter, it's huge. Like it forces them to lose momentum, basically. For some instances, not all instances. Trick shot. So he's ulting here because he believes that I don't have enough meter to return the ball. Diddy's a super fast character, so it doesn't always work for him. Right? He's going to go for the corner. So I know that he's coming from this direction, so you want to hit it in this direction over here. Most people probably think you're going to drop shot it, but sometimes I weave in that lob because he won't expect it, and he'll probably have to use more meter. Fortunate for me is that because Diddy's so fast, I could get it with the trick shot. So this is a very interesting part of the game right here, okay? Right here, I am in a very awkward spot. I have no meter, and the ball is going to be a huge lob for him to hit the ball wherever he wants. I have to be able to predict this shot, or I lose completely. I played a bunch of games at this point, and I'm going to slow this down. So I'm going to show you my philosophy here. So I'm sitting here. So I automatically assume he's going to hit it here because that's the direction that he's going to go in. And even if I trick shot block it, I probably will not get any meter, and he'll get more meter, right? You see, but at the last second, he hits it at me. And that is because I realized this entire game, he's been sending it at me rather than, doing what I've been doing, which is hitting it to the other side and forcing him to use meter. This is kind of realizing my opponent kind of predicted his pattern, and it's kind of the reason why I was able to come back. If he would have hit it here, I think I would have lost the game. But I was probably saying in this game that I know you're going to hit it here, so I'm going to sit on this side. In worst case scenario, if you hit it here, I'll try to go for the trick shot block, right? So that was huge. I'm going to, improve the game back. That was a huge deal. Goes for the drop shot again. Another huge problem here, like he dropped it, I was forced to lunge, and I had to go back and use more meter. Not a huge meter. Oh, he messed up too, though. That was huge. 170 shot rally. That's crazy. Get into him. What am I going to do here? That's crazy. Nice mix-up. He was probably not expecting that whatsoever. He thought I was probably going to do this shot because that's what I've been doing the entire game. So it's important to remember, mixing up is huge. And easy drop shot. So I am 1 point behind when it was 6-1. Very impressed with myself at the moment. Nice drop shot. Nothing major, though. Predicted it. I'm like in 10th this game. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't remember it. I just remember I came back. Nice slight. So I'm making him use meter. Unfortunately, I missed it, and I have to, use a bunch of my meters, so we're at even pretty much. How did I win this game? That is the question. Nice lob. That's huge. Okay, so that's kind of another thing to bring up, too, is that when your opponent is forced to lunge, you have to basically hit it from this to the other side. Just force them to use as much meter as possible. You could probably hit it here sometimes, and force them to think you're going to hit it on this side after you do it cut a lot and do that mix up, because most of the time they'll probably trick shot block it. But I think it was the first time I was in that situation, so I didn't want to mess anything up. Nice drop. He expected it. But he used so much meter in the past little bit, of course, I get to get the easy point here, right? And because I aimed it in such a way that he probably was not expecting it, I broke his racket and I ended up winning the game. Very good game, Billy. Like, if you ever watch this video, it was a great game, dude. I'm so glad that we had to play that game. But I kind of hope that you guys can kind of see the mind of the insight that I'm going through as I'm playing the game. Obviously, I'm not the best player, but maybe this helped some of you guys out to realize like what you could put in your gameplay to make you better and win more games. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, let me know. Hit a like, leave a comment, stuff. Make sure you hit me up on twitch.tv/Rarran if you want more live gameplay. Have a good night, great day, great afternoon, guys. See ya.